Hey, what's up, YouTube? I wanted to make a quick video regarding dating and marriage. Definitely marriage. Like, and it go both ways. But I'm more so talking to men. Like, you gotta be really careful who you tie in with for the long term when you date seriously, and having unprotected sex with. You know, like really swapping energy because you just never know. What somebody been into, like things that they've done, things they've been involved in, and things they got to pay for. Like, just sometimes, you can do, wrong so long, and then you decide to change, but that don't really take away the wrong you did. So you may experience, some of the things you caused other people to experience. But what happens is, you'll have a person with a relatively clean slate with life. you know I mean, they're not perfect, but they ain't been out killing people either. And they'll meet another person, you know and from the perspective of this video, this guy meets this woman, and they hit it off, and she kind of like a homebody, and like all the shit you kind of looking for in a woman. But what he don't know is, like, she had a boyfriend some years back, and he cheated on her, or did something to her, and like pissed her off, and she knew where his money was at. So she told her cousin or her brothers, and they went to steal the money. And in the process of stealing the money, her boyfriend came home, and he wound up getting killed. And nobody, they got away with it. No, nobody ever got caught. They took the money. Dude died. She went to the funeral, cried, all that, and she moved on with her life. But just being a logical person, if you orchestrated a robbery that resulted in a murder of somebody that had feelings for at one point, like, wouldn't common sense say, you know, maybe, that's gonna come back to bite you one day? It just might. But my point is, you have people in the world that's in these type of situations. I can give you another example. Just like, say you got a guy who, I guess for lack of better words, he's sick in the head. Like, he like that the least desirable people in the world. We'll put everybody know what I'm talking about. And he did shit that he shouldn't have done. When he was younger. And I don't mean 7, 8. He was a young man, and he did a lot of shit that he shouldn't have done. And maybe he even regret doing it. But does that change the fact that he ruined a lot of lives, and he got a lot of people walking around with these deep-rooted issues that he caused? Nah, he did change his life, and like I said, maybe he did what he did, but it don't change the fact that he did what he did. So now you around this person, or you married to this person, and nothing ever goes right. I mean, nothing ever goes right. Like, you just, as a couple or family, y'all can't get a break. No matter what, and you can't figure it out. You like, well, shit. But what's happening is, you've joined forces with some bad energy, and that bad energy is working itself out, and you along for the ride. Like, you can't, you can and this is my opinion, but I believe if a guy is in a open, let's say an open relationship, because I knew a guy who's in a, it was a weird relationship, because I guess you could say he was a pimp, but he really wasn't a pimp because he just had an old lady that she danced and she used to trick, and she was, I don't know if he encouraged her to do it. I don't know how it got going, but she would trick and just give him the money. You know, like she didn't hang out. You know, she danced, got the dance money, and then guys would offer her. Oh, I know what it was. I think, she was dancing. You know, and they was talking one day at home, and she said that a guy offered her $1,000. You know, for sex. And you gotta remember, this was, a long time ago. So 1,000 was like a lot of money back then. Like, and I think he told her, like, you crazy, like, man, you should have took it. So it was like some movie type shit almost. So I guess, they had a conversation about it, but they never like agreed, like, okay, next time that he offered, I'm gonna do it. Nothing like that. He just told her she was crazy, like, shit, you should have took it. So fast forward, like, she come home one day and, like, I guess let's just say on the average she make $200-300 a night. I don't know. But this particular day she come home and give him like 1,500. And like, what the hell? Like, what was going on? And it was like on a day during the week. So like, what the hell? So she just told him, like, that guy I told you about, like, he came back in. So she had already told him the guy offered her 1,000 for sex. And, and he told her that she was stupid and she should have took it. So now she giving him some money saying that guy came back in. So she's basically telling you, like, okay, he came back in, he offered me the money, I fucked him in. Here go the money. So you gotta think about it. He young, she young, he getting money. He getting money out here. Like, he moving around. So he not even like a broke nigga. Like, so, and he got, this his main broad, but he got broads. So think about that. As a young dude, you got a chick that stay with you. She really into you, like, and she really was into this nigga. And you do whatever you want, really, And she goes out, like I say, dance, make decent money, and then she started tricking. So let's just say on the average night, she bring him like $1,000. Man, come on, like, that's and this shit went on for a minute. But I say all that to say, imagine how many spirits and demons and negative energy was getting in the bed with him at night. Just think about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I personally don't believe, like, at some point it was some guys that she probably dealt with more than once, and somebody was hitting her rock. It's just the way the world works, like, motherfuckers like to take chances. But I'm just saying all that to say, like, man, can you just imagine how many spirits and then see what happens is you take a woman like her, like the chick I'm talking about, and I watched this shit happen, like, right in real time. Like, you change, you change. You go, you start a new life, you go to school, you get a job, and you change. Maybe you become a mother, you just change. So that's what happened to this particular girl. But she had danced for years, so fast forward, she not with dude no more. She had left him for a fireman. They used to come in the bar. So now, he done moved on, she moved on. So, like, at the time, like, a couple dudes I was hanging with, like, I used to be in their neighborhood. So I meet these new kind of set of guys. We all still young. So one particular set of guys just blow up crazy. They just start getting crazy money. But it's like a bunch of, like, you know, underlings, I won't call them. You know, they was getting money too, but it was two guys that was really getting money. And just as fate would have it, my homeboy old girlfriend winds up marrying one of the top dudes. You know, so they married with a kid. So moved down one notch. This guy here, he getting money too, and he a little older and a little more savvy than them, and his reputation is out here already. He kind of established. So, but they got the bag, and they kind of, you know. So, lo and behold, to this day, I don't know how it came out, but back when my homeboy ex-girlfriend was dancing and tricking, the one guy up under, he tricked with her. You know, maybe multiple times. And this was even before the big guy even got with her. Like, this is what happened. He had tricked with her. So they knew each other. But what they did, it made it like foul, because the big dude met her, however he met her. Maybe he met her in the bar, I don't know. But he met her and he liked her. They dating, they kicking it. So she kind of around. And dude was around, and they acted like they acted like they didn't know each other. But they had kind of like a little history together. So dude still, he kicking it. This shit getting serious. They wound up going out of town and get married. They don't tell nobody they get married and shit. So they come back, now they married. They got, maybe she pregnant, they got a kid. So I don't know, like maybe after they got married, my man, maybe he didn't think it was gonna go that far. So I think either the chick told the top guy or my homeboy told the top guy, but like, man, we used to mess around. And dude he was outdone. Like, you know, he just was outdone. When I tell you they were married with a kid, and like dude was getting crazy money. Like, he was really, really, really getting money. So they living, you know, way beyond her. I mean, she cannot afford to sustain this lifestyle. Man, when I tell you he left her that day and never came back, that he disowned his kid. I mean, he when I tell you he disappeared, like, and I never got the whole story. I don't know, but when I tell you he cut my man off, I mean, cut him off clean. And that was his only lifeline. And he was eating good. And he watched my man just dwindle away. While he just skyrocketed. You know, he just skyrocketed. And dude, he watched him dwindle away. And nobody could understand it. Like, what the fuck? And see, I never had a conversation with nobody about it, but I knew. Because, see, I was from another neighborhood, and I knew dude's wife. I knew her. Like, it's crazy, because I was fucking in kindergarten with her. Like, we were in kindergarten together. You know how you get that old picture with the class? She was in my kindergarten class. And just so happened, years later, my homeboy me, you know. But I say all that to say, she wasn't a bad girl, but she lived that nightlife crazy. Like, she danced for years. She was bad as hell. And she took a route that I never really seen a lot of young girls take. It was almost like she had a pimp, but it was her dude. Like, it was her man. And she did. She brought that nigga all the money. And I'm sure at some point she started keeping some, but she was bringing this nigga like $1,000 a night. But she was fucking like, you know, 3, 4, 5 niggas a week, you know. And it came back to haunt her. It came back to haunt her. And it caught, she's sick now, all messed up, and, you know, dude never came back. Never came back, you know. And like I say, it was just one of them tales where, and we talking before the internet. how this shit all loop back around. Where she did something years ago, and she met the big dude. She met that motherfucker, like that one that they like. I'm gonna meet the big man. She met him. She had him. She married him. Had a kid with him. And her past came back and bit her in the ass. Got her cut clean off. Got my man cut clean off. You know, just a bad dude. But I say all that to say, man, the older a woman kind of get up there in age, the more chances it is she never really been involved in some bullshit. And sometimes you can involve yourself in the type of bullshit that resulted in somebody dying. You didn't mean it. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. It don't fucking matter. But you participated in it, and you gonna pay for it. It's gonna come back around. And sometimes the person you didn't sweet talk and you know got up under, they got no idea why they luck so fucked up, and you got a flat tire every week, and you stepped on a nail, and you get migraines, and you know your blood pressure going up, and you know, yeah. He don't understand why all this shit happening, and you never gonna let on like, well, yeah, you know why that shit happening. You know why it's happening. You a rotten person. It ain't out in the open. You know, and in my opinion, I think those are the people that get sick. That's what I believe. I believe people that gotta live with terrible secrets, and they gotta put on the facade to the world. And like, say for instance, they did a lot of horrible things when they was young, say between 18 and 22, 23. They did shit that they know they shouldn't have done. But they shook up out of it, and now they changed their life. But you gotta, let's say you live to be 80 or 90. You gotta suppress that demon in you. And you gotta live with what you did for all that time. Nobody know but you and the victims. And they not gonna say nothing. They just said something for now. So now you just gotta live with this shit. Man, can you imagine that festering in somebody for all them years? That's how people get sick. That's exactly how people get sick. And you see good people and you be like, damn, they didn't drink, they didn't smoke, they didn't party, like they didn't sleep around, and they come up with a terminal illness. They messed up and they died young, and nobody can understand. They be like, the good die young. I agree. Sometimes that's the truth, but most times those people do shit that nobody know but them. Nobody know that they're an evil person but them. You know, whether it be a teacher that's mean, she mean to black kids, she not fair, she give them bad grades, and you know, recommend that they get put on medication when she know the kid bright and ain't nothing wrong with him. He actually smarter than everybody here, but she done derailed this kid's life. She recommended special ed for him. You know, like this what she do, but only to black kids, black boys or something. Like you gonna pay for that. Like it's gonna come back on you. It's simple as that. It's gonna come back on you. You got nurses that's just mean to their patients. They mean. Some of them done died in the result or her neglect. You know, or some of them done got way worse off. She let some of them, you know, be in pain longer when she knows she needs to go change the IV or give them their pain. She to the world, she's nice and she volunteer and she put in all these hours, but she mean. You know, she get her thrill is not that big paycheck. Is ruining people's day, and you know, and watching people suffer. She get a satisfaction out of that. But those are the type of people that get sick, in my opinion. I've been on Earth too long now. Shit, I'll be 52 tomorrow, so I know I've been around. Like it ain't no new shit going on out here. It's just repeat itself. Everything repeat itself. That's why when it comes to like slick people and, you know, manipulative people, I mean, you can get creative, but at the core, that shit all the same. it ain't really too many, especially when you've been around, it's too many signs. Because like when it comes to being slick or the chick being slick, you gotta shoot your move eventually. You gotta make a move. You gotta test it. You gotta see, okay. And see, somebody that's been around, the minute you test it, they gonna know what you're doing. Matter of fact, you're gonna know that they know what you're doing so much so you're gonna be reluctant to do it. You know? So like that that's why, you know, like it's hard for older guys to date younger women because see what in my experience, the only way you can have a decent interaction, you know, with a young woman if she like much young, I'm talking about like half your age type shit. Like she like say 20, say I'm 52, so say she 28, 29. Good and grown. I mean, she's good and grown. So when you have this interaction, the only way it can work is that she has a very crystal clear understanding. And it ain't like some of y'all gonna say, but it gotta be a clear understanding that she can teach you nothing. She gotta understand that. Like she gotta understand it's not even about belittling her or making her small. No. The way the dynamic of this relationship is, I'm older, I know way more shit than you. You can learn a lot from me. If that's accepted without verbally saying it and sitting, nah, it got to be understood. Almost like you like a father figure to her. You know, if she don't embrace that, then you gonna be in for a lot of bullshit. You can fuck with her. Now don't get me wrong. Oh, you can, you know, entertain her, but I mean, like, if she gonna really be around, it gotta be a situation where she ain't questioning the shit you say. She actually wants you to tell her what to do. Like, cause she trusts what you say, but if it's the other way around, like she trying to act like she know this and she know that, and oh, I already know that, and man, you might as well throw it back, you know. Yeah, you might as well throw it back. Like she got the mentality that I'm young and you old and I'm it. Nah, not at all. Like how can that be? If I got my shit completely together, all the way together, I can pull you or your mama. Everything you think you want in a guy, I got. I'm that. I'm all that. So how could you possibly be the big shot in this shit? How? You don't bring nothing. You know, if anything, I should be dating somebody with a little more, because I got to teach you a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit that you think you know that you don't know, you know? So I don't know. Like I said, just a morning ramble, but you really got to be careful. You really have to be careful of, the women you tie in with, because it's a lot of, I guess shit, for lack of better words, it's a lot of psychotic people out here. And you can tie in with one of them, you know. And I guess the cardinal sin, the one thing you want to put a whole lot of effort in not doing is having a kid with one of these women. Because other than you can get away. I mean, even if you just have to move to another state, like if it came to it. But when you got a kid with one of these women, and we all done seen them on the internet where this guy fucked up. Like he had a kid with a demon, you know? So you don't want that, because it's going to affect you. It's going to affect you for the rest of your life. And then when you get a little older and you come to realize, like, you got so many different types of people. Like you got some people who they determined to get it. They're gonna get some money. They're gonna live this certain lifestyle. Like it's what they're gonna do. Like ain't nobody about to stop them. They don't even know how they're gonna do it, but that's what they're gonna do. So then you got other types of people that they sit back and wait for the determined guy to go and let it all play out. And they get satisfaction out of destroying that. Everything that he built. They get satisfaction out of destroying it. And you gotta understand, that's a lot of women. And I'll tell you the woman that most guys think a work in the scenario that they trying to create, but not like, okay, you got a guy who successful. He not rich and no shit like that. He's just good. He's successful. He good. And he meet a chick that's, you know, maybe she young and she got a job, but she really don't have nothing going on, like, you know. But you know, you older, you established, you got pretty much, you know, all the shit that somebody want, you good, you know. What I've learned is you would think that people would be grateful to kind of get on that train and, you know, like, because obviously if you doing well and you dealing with them, like, they life gonna get easier. That just makes sense. But what you kind of realize is people envy what you got and resent what you got going on. You like, well, how in the hell? Like, I didn't even know you when all this was established, but the trying to grab the chick up from way down here and pull her up with you, she gonna resent you. She can't relate to you. You know, she really don't have a lot of ambition, so she gonna create these scenarios in her mind to really not like you, like, for real. Like, you doing this and you doing that, and you telling her, like, whatever, you know, I got you. Like, you want to do whatever you want to do, I got you. See, the problem is she don't want to do nothing, you know. So she gotta create these scenarios in her mind where I'm doing this because of this, and he be doing this, and man, it's just silly, man. So you gotta really be careful who you deal with, you know. And like I say, if you meet a chick late 30s, early 40s, and she's just too perfect, like, it's like, why nobody been with her? Like, why is she single? Like, why don't she have kids? Like, she ain't never been married, nothing. Like, she really don't have a bunch of friends. Like, these are all red flags. Like, that shit not normal. And like I say, you can maybe play with her, but to bring somebody like that in your life that nobody even really fuck with, man, that's a red flag in itself. And that can be hidden under so many layers. Oh yeah, I'm careful who I be around. Like, I don't really like bringing people to my house. I own this, I own that. Man, sometimes everything they saying it could be true, but that ain't no problem of theirs. Don't nobody want to come to their house. Don't nobody want to invite them nowhere. Don't nobody want to be around them. So they just turn the shit around and act like they don't want none of that shit. That's all they do. Yeah, that's all they do. But like I said, you know, it's gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful. And so many guys, man, that ruin their life. I mean, just made a mess of it. And sometimes you can really just make a mess of it, man. But you gotta understand, the person on the other side of that mess, it was a surprise to you, man. They, you know, it's a shame that people this way, but man, people get a thrill, almost get aroused by seeing other people fail. It makes sense of that shit, but you gotta understand that it's people out here like that, and nobody wanna come to terms with that, but it's true. But I'm gonna go ahead and end, man. I just wanted to ramble for a little bit.